So y'all know what NBA executives do more than the actual job, right? They cry behind closed doors. This time they still crying about the Lakers bubble ring like this is still a big deal after 5 years. I'm about to just tell you why this whole narrative about the Lakers bubble ring being weak just needs to be put to rest.
That was the hardest championship to win, in my opinion. Just because you in there literally 15 deep, plus coaches, staff, whatever you need, like training staff. Other than that, it's you, your thoughts in one room. Boxed in.
Welcome to the OD. I'm Coach Smith. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button before we get into it. Not wasting any more time. Let's talk about what's going on right now. So this year marks the 50th anniversary of the NBA bubble, where a bunch of teams who were still in playoff contention, they went to Orlando, Florida, and they played in a series of games for over a couple of months to decide who's going to win the championship for that year. Well, we all know the Lakers won the championship that year, but we still got GMs over here still trying to validate that whole championship run, even though it was a different type of championship run that we probably will never see again in life, and I hope we don't. So 76ers president of basketball operations, Daryl Morey, he dry snitched on other executives around the league, pretty much revealing their true thoughts about the bubble championship. This is what he said in the article in The Athletic. Had the Rockets won the title, I absolutely would have celebrated it as legitimate, knowing the immense effort and resilience required. Yet, everyone I speak to around the league privately agrees that it doesn't truly hold up as a genuine championship. Perhaps the lasting legacy of the NBA bubble is that the NBA should be proud of its leadership at both the beginning and the end of the pandemic, even though the champion will forever be marked by an asterisk. But the funniest part about this whole thing is he immediately had to backtrack them comments and apologize about it in another article that was written by Yahoo Sports. Listen to this from Yahoo Sports. Morey was quoted as saying that everyone around the league he has spoken to agrees that it doesn't truly hold up as a genuine championship. Shortly after that article was published, the article they're referring to is from The Athletic, he spoke to Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points and tried to elaborate on that comment. I'm frustrated, Morey said over the phone yesterday, Wednesday afternoon. Of course, I respect that title. I defend it to people all the time. It's the thing I want the most. The thing you want the most, a championship ring, which you have zero of. So let's talk about this narrative that's always being pushed by the Lakers 2020 championship in the bubble. The only people who push this narrative are the fans of teams who left the bubble with nothing besides a negative COVID test. Call it a Mickey Mouse ring as much as you want, but these same NBA executives had enough time to strategize, plan, build their team, prepare them for going inside the bubble just like the Lakers did. So don't be upset because the work that you feel to do that the Lakers did put in pretty much put them over the top. So you need to kill that. And they also love to bring up the fact that LA, they benefited from having some time off because they have an older roster and they allow guys like Anthony Davis just to get some rest and heal up because he's an injury-prone guy. They love to run with that narrative. And of course, the third thing they love to say about it too is that, there's no home court advantage. So, those teams who have that great home court edge like a Denver or a team like OKC or Houston, they didn't have the advantage because it's played a neutral site. But guess what? Nobody cares. That's not acting like Avery Bradley didn't play in the bubble. He opted out. And he was the Lakers starting shooting guard and one of their best perimeter defenders, if not the best perimeter defender. But this is why this whole asterisk theory is debunked, because the players themselves respected what the bubble represented. And that's all that matters, because they went out there and played. They went out there and sweat. They went out there and competed. Damian Lillard said himself that the bubble brought out the best in guys and there was no distractions and only thing left to do out there is compete. Kyle Kuzma said the bubble really showed to the rest of the world who really loved playing the game of basketball. And Jamal Murray himself said the bubble really exposed who was built for that hooping life and who was built for the action and who wasn't cut out for it. So for all these GMs just to be talking reckless and trying to throw these little jobs and little slobs at what the Lakers did, the only thing y'all could have done is beat the Lakers, and y'all couldn't do that. So don't try to take away from what they did and try to put an asterisk around this ring. I don't hear nobody putting an asterisk around the lockout rings, what happened when the Spurs won in 99. I don't hear nothing about that. So why are we doing this now? I don't hear nothing about no asterisks around when the Celtics won their rings in the 60s when there's only about 10 or 12 teams in the league. I don't want to hear it either. the environment was out there to play. They played, they competed, they won, they beat anybody in front of them, and they are the champions. So that banner still hangs, and you got to respect it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think the bubble ring is a legit ring? That's all I got for today. I'm Coach Smith. Until next time, I'm out.